going to be for my man, CKJ. Borzilla, 1, 2, 3. And if you guys don't know, CKJ was actually one of the very first YouTube channels that ever talked about XRP. Did you guys hear that in the back? All right, so one of the very first ever YouTube channels that ever talked about XRP going back almost 10 years ago. CKJ, okay, so this is going to be an open question. Any question you have for CKJ, let's do it. Anybody? All right, let's do it.
We live. Sorry, yes, sir.
CK.
We live, right?
CKJ. So we all know that institutions, XRP is for institutional traders. We're just the regular peasants in the street like here.
Guys, he's trying to ask a question. Please, guys. Please, keep it down. Show some respect. Okay? Edo Farina's in the house. Oh my God. What's up, Edo? We got King Karan in the house. Brother, come on up to the front. Both of you guys, come on up. I'll put you guys, come on, man. These are my boys. Good to see you.
We live. Yes, sir. We live. We live, baby.
You guys don't know, these are my, come on up and have a seat, guys. These are my brothers. I've had these guys on my show. We used to do shows together. Just awesome guys. All right, so question back for CKJ. You guys grab a chair. Al, there's one right here. There's a stool right here. You didn't have to get the chair. There's one right here as well. Okay, let's redo that question. Now everybody's showing some respect. Love you guys.
CKJ, so we know XRP is for institutional investors, and I'm looking at regulation. You think there's a possibility that they can regulate the peasants in this? I'm sorry, the peasants are out there. Do you think there's a chance that they can regulate the common people out to where we need licensing or something to actually utilize XRP? Or do you think we have a strong enough foothold as just regular people where we can use it? Or is it going to be for everyone?
Let me go right here.
Have no fear, Borzilla is here. Yeah. Vegas, baby, 2025. Shout out to 6AJ, the legend. Amazing.
Here, let me get behind you.
Wow, sure legend. We can purchase XRP every day. You know, ever since I started talking about XRP, what, 2017, 10 years ago, I'm like, wow. I think, matter of fact, when I started talking about XRP, across the world, this might have been the total amount of people that was in XRP. I'm telling you, it was such a strong community. It was insane slow. But at the same time, cash is trash, and gold is old. Did you hear me? Did you hear me over there all the way in the back? Did you hear me? Cash is trash and gold is old. And cryptocurrency is the future. Make sure you holler XRP.
For CKJ. Okay. Next question from a man, Alan Stable Crew. Anybody? Open question.
Shout out to Team Green.
Considering the financial situation of our entire country, where do you see XRP playing the biggest role?
Oh, no, that was an easy one for everybody. It is the future. Not only do I understand it, I live it, and we're working with it, overseeing it is growing and huge. But the key to monetary change happens. Sorry, can you hear me out there? Okay. The key to monetary change, as we all know, is adoption. We're not there yet. We know we can be there. We have the tools to be there. We need the system to understand that it's broken. And as soon as it realizes it's broken, like a wonderful man today was in my booth, and he said it so perfectly, Mr. Quincy Jones said, one day it's going to happen just like ChatGPT. And it's going to hit the world, and within 30 days, you're just going to say to yourself, well, of course, everybody knows that. That's exactly what's happening in the world. And we'll all take it for granted from that day forward. But it needs something bigger than what we have today. It needs that push, that monetary adoption level at the highest level of monetary system. But the application is going to come through some avenue, some creek that nobody really understands is coming. But when it hits us, it'll be just like ChatGPT, and it'll blow everybody's mind. But everybody in this room already understands all that, right? Yeah, cool, great. Woo! Good job, man.
Where's my sister optimistic client? Where's she at? I'm gonna let you ask this question to Melissa.
So you guys are amazing, just so you guys all know. Especially how do you see XRP and the XRP out supporting small businesses?
Well, this is a really tough question I asked for myself. I just want to say, how do I see it? You know, when I think about XRP, the XRP ledger, and the way that it is built, I see a token that was built for sovereignty and independent growth for small businesses. Everyone that has a small business has an opportunity to tokenize and become part of this new economy. And what I saw today at the XRP conference, or yesterday with the Shark Tank, you will see there are plenty of independent builders that are building on the XRP ledger that have every intention on having you be a sovereign person. You don't need a centralized business middleman. And if you do your own research, you look into these things and you become part of a community, like on the Dip a Toe show, because that's my and you got CKJ for life, you got crypto for life, you got all these good shows and good communities. If you're part of these communities and you have that trust, you start building the trust, because there has to be an element of trust with all of this. But we can educate others and empower them and know that there are a lot of smart people building businesses on the Xrp ledger. And if you have a small business, you need to reach out and figure out how you can tokenize your business so that you don't have to be part of having a middleman part of your business. So I see a really bright future with Xrp ledger. And yeah, congratulations to all of the Shark Tank winners today.
Great job. Now, the next person that you can ask a question to is Stephen Nero. Does anyone have a question for Stephen? Anyone? If not, I will hand it back to Stephen. No, here we go. Here we go.
Hi, I want to know, will there be one more price drop, major XRP price drop, and how low will it come?
This question, because I think there's a different question, Steve. Yeah. Yeah, Edo Farina, I'll let Edo ask that. Will there be another major XRP price drop?
Wow, that's, I wish to have a crystal ball. However, looking at the charts, I think there is one major concern that I brought to some of the live streamings with David in the turning point, is that there's very low liquidity in the markets right now. So if you look at not the technical analysis perspective, but look at the liquidity is quite low. So it doesn't take much to see like a 20 or perhaps a 30% drop in the price. So I think that's not out of equation. I just don't encourage anyone to like sell you all bag and try to buy at lower levels. That's very risky. I think you should just find extra liquidity, bring extra sources of income so that you can just buy more XRP. I just keep buying it even above $2. My average price, let's say, is between 16 and 70 cents. But I'm always looking forward. If there is a price drop and I know this asset's going up in price, I just keep accumulating. And just to finally answer it, yes, there is a chance to drop, but that shouldn't be seen as something negative when you know you buy the world reserve currency. That's how I see it.
Okay, we're gonna go to, okay, go ahead. Steve.
Stephen, I think that everybody here would like to know how the case is going. Lawsuit.
You're talking about my case against the government?
Yeah.
Well, so I filed. The way you have to do it is you have to file and then wait 6 months. Like last month, I actually filed. So it hasn't gone further yet, right? But I will say that I've spoken to some very high up people about getting discovery from the SEC. I was told that they were not part of my false prosecution, but I have 15 gigabytes of data that they're holding. So when I looked at those hidden emails, I said they weren't being very careful, were they? Right, so we're going to get in there, and we're going to get all that information. I just want to say what I'm like. You know, I've been around crypto since when, you know, they were including Bitcoin, right? This is actually the first, you know, when they were prosecuting me, I wanted to scream because I saw what you guys were going through, but I couldn't, right? You know, it was not a smart move for me to say anything. So as soon as I was able to, but, you know, I called Xrp and Ripple in 2014. There's a video on my YouTube channel that I said they're going to do the gold standard, and I still believe they're the gold standard. So they're not new to me. But what really shocked me was that this was the first community in crypto that wasn't toxic.
Yeah.
So I thank everybody for, you know, like taking me up. Right?
You're a hero. You're a hero, Draco. You're a hero, yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, so next question will be for Alan. Anybody for Alan? I'm sorry, David. David, any questions for David? Any questions for David? Anyone? Okay, no questions for David. David, I'll let you talk about anything you want to talk about.
Well, anybody that's watched my channel knows that I believe that we're on the threshold of such a monumental monetary shift in the way the world has worked that this space will represent the greatest wealth transfer in the history of mankind. I absolutely believe that 100%. Any of us that are, you know, over 50, let's say, we have already lived through some major technological changes that have revolutionized the way the world works. Number one, you know, when the home computer became a big deal. I remember when, and I share this story, I was about 14, 15, and my dad had given me a Timex St. Clair computer. This had 8K of RAM. And I was just mesmerized by this thing. And a lot of people looked at the home computer as being like a novelty, a toy. But that literally revolutionized how business worked, how, you know, every one of us have one in our homes now. When my wife and I were having kids in the 80s and the 90s, well, the internet was coming out. And at that time, you know, you can literally go back and see these clips where the killer app of the internet was email. And, you know, a lot of them were making fun of what this really was. And few people had the foresight to see how monumental that was going to change how we live. In fact, 2007 is when these things became available, smartphones. And every one of us, including our children, and even up to kindergartners, hold one. And it literally has changed the way the world works. Most of us here on this panel, with YouTube, without the technology of the internet, people watching it on their phones and that would have no platform whatsoever. So it's really changed things. Well, what's coming next with distributed ledger technology and the way in which it is changing the financial systems around the world is going to be so much more rapid than what that was, that it is going to literally swallow the internet whole. I believe that 100%. Now, there are a few ecosystems that will be able to handle that transition. Xrp Ledger for me is one that is an absolute no-brainer. Number one, you got real-world asset tokenization. Now, Larry Fink, who is CEO of BlackRock, he is now really pushing the narrative of let's tokenize securities. Now, we're not talking about the securitization of tokens, we're talking about the tokenization of securities. Well, when he said that, the security market was $93 trillion of value globally. And then you take the debt market. The debt market is what? $300 trillion. Global real estate, $360 trillion. I mean, you just add that up. Well, right now, as of today, this entire space maybe commands $3.6 trillion. That is a drop in the proverbial bucket when you think of global money supply. And you are talking about the actual infrastructure that nation states are using to develop the evolution of their money and central bank digital currencies. You only have to go to AtlanticCouncil.org, which is really a great organization. You can see a CBDC tracker in there. Every nation on earth is developing it, the third world nations all the way through. Well, we know President Trump came out and said, oh no, we're not having a CBDC here in the United States. Scott Bassett, the very next day, sits right beside him and says, we're going to underpin the US dollar with the utilization of stablecoins. So what is stablecoins? It's a unit of account. It is a store of value. It's a medium of exchange. It is a monetary instrument. The only thing is it's not issued by a central bank. That right there tells you and I that he did not say we're going to underpin stablecoins with the US dollar. No, it's the opposite of that. What are we looking at? We're looking at a change. Now, Christine Lagarde, this was really wild. Not too long ago, I think last week, came out and said that the European Central Bank is going to go forward with the issuance of their central bank cryptocurrency in October. And then she said, well, you're going to have the access to cash, and then you're going to have the option of a CBDC. What she's not really out there telling you is it's illegal to have any transaction in cash over 3,000 euros a year. Is that not right? Yeah.
That's happening live. I am buying a property 2 weeks ago, signed agreements, had some physical cash, wanted to use the physical cash. They refused to take 5,000 euros as a down payment. They said, we can't really take that, that's illegal now. You can't use physical cash. That's how they are making it. And just to complement, I have someone in Greece that I know that receives money from the government because they are not currently working. And what's happening now is that the government has changed the rules and they are issuing the payment. They said, we're not going to give you money anymore. You need a government card issued by the government. And in that card, we're going to credit you digital euros, but you will not be able to withdraw that cash. So you can only spend the government cash online. And that's already happening. I know people who have the card already. So Europe's ahead of the curve. We have MiCA regulation there, stablecoins are ahead, steps ahead in the United States, but it's inevitable and just gonna give you back now, David.
I think that's fantastic, because that right there is a confirmation of the fact that, yeah, you're saying you're going to have the utilization of cash alongside a CBDC, but in practicality, that is an absolute fallacy. It is not true. They are developing the infrastructure of this new global financial system, and they are doing it not just with the currency valuation, but decentralized digital IDs, how you're going to own property, how your educational experience, your health, everything, including even you, are going to be tokenized. And that right there is going to be the biggest change that the wide world will ever see. Woo!
Great job. Great job. Now, guys, we're gonna have to move along, but let me ask everybody here. Everybody in the back. Is everybody here millionaires from crypto? Yeah. Woo. Okay. For those who are not, let them hear what they're saying, please. Okay. Appreciate you guys. Here we go. Okay. We're gonna go over to King Karan. Anything you want to talk about?
Man, I just wanted to say that this is my first time in the United States, man. Just getting this much. It was always a dream for me to come to the United States. During COVID, I couldn't come. But what I just wanted to say is, everybody went through hell for this. Everybody was investing in Xrp, even at the lawsuit time. There were dark times for all of us, right? Everybody was called crazy, even our siblings, or maybe our parents, or husband or wife. But at the end of the day, who is laughing now, guys? Let's consider who is laughing now?
I love these two guys, King Karan and Edo Farina. We talked for months and months about them coming to the United States. So, dude, I'm so happy to see you guys. I don't know when you're leaving, but I owe you guys dinner big time. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead and end this panel, guys, because I have some special people that came in. I want to get them up to the front. So, give them a big round of applause.
Shout out to everybody that pulled up to the live, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe and share with your folks, man. We are live, bro. XRP Meet Up, Las Vegas 2025, man. We live out
Molly's
here.
gonna stay, and we're gonna bring up Fruition Productions. You guys give it up for Fruition Productions, Maya and Chris. Okay, guys, right after this, we're going to get into giveaways. So if you guys can let them get through this real quick, it's going to be awesome information.
Y'all see it, man. Packed house. Everybody. Real big. Boy, the
All right, guys, we're going to go with...
Yes, sir. Live.
All right, guys, we're gonna let really quickly, guys. We're gonna let Chris and Maya from Fruition Productions go through what they're gonna as far as Rip from the Start, some other things they're working on. But first, we had Molly Elmore walk in. I'm gonna make sure that we get some questions for her. If you guys don't mind, okay. So anybody like to ask Molly Elmore a question? And no one raises their hand. I'll have Brooke do it. You would, okay, here we go.
Shout out to Molly.
All right, guys, if you guys don't mind, we have Molly Elmore. Give it up for Molly Elmore.
Molly, we appreciate you so much. Why were we made aware of XRP while the vast majority of people had no clue or believed very different things about XRP?
You guys don't want to miss this one. Here we go.
This is a cool question because if you've been in the XRP community for a while, you know that the vast majority of people have no idea what XRP is. If you try to talk to them about it, they're like, stop talking, you're annoying me, like you're crazy, you're a conspiracy theorist. And so it kind of brings the question of like, well, why do I know about this thing and why have I bought this thing when nobody else in my world has? And I think, I really truly believe that we have been chosen to be custodians and deployers of something that's going to have tremendous value. And we're being vetted to make sure that we have like the purity of heart and the ethics and the integrity to be stewards of a tremendous amount of value that if put in the hands of like dark forces, which is what our whole world has been until now, would just be the same old thing. So if you want to talk about this idea of like a transition from like an old school to older to newer, 3D to 5D, ascension to, you know, this sort of more utopian world, you have to have people who can be trusted to make decisions from a place of honor and integrity and love, and not from a place of service to self and greed and trying to manipulate people. And I think the last couple of years, for many of us, when we were awoken to XRP and we're like in this holding pattern, right? Like the value's been like stagnant. It was like a test, like, can you hold that vision even when the 3D is not confirming what you want to be true? Can you believe that you are here to be a steward of some incredible amount of value where you're going to serve that to humanity, even when you're being criticized and like the people around you are telling you like you're wrong and you're stupid and you're being played or whatever. And I think it's been an incredible past couple of years. I mean, President Trump referred to this as the pause. I think this is similar to that, where we are put in this holding pattern where we were allowed to accumulate quietly under the haze of this XRP global lawsuit, which, you know, scared a lot of people out. And those of us who just like held strong, it was like toe the fucking line. We are now going to emerge on the other side with. Here's the thing, like, I think we're going to have a very serious ethical obligation and responsibility to use that money responsibly and not to just, you go buy some shit, like that's not the point, is like, make your purpose about something bigger than you, and that's what I think this XRP community has been blessed with, this incredible gift. I know it's taken a long time, and people are like, come on, let's flip the switch, but you've had more time to accumulate. You've had more time to think about like what really are my humanitarian initiatives? Like what would I really do if somebody gave me $10 billion tomorrow? Like, what would I do with it? You've had time to think about that, talk about that. Where if it just happened right away, you would have not had that gift and that blessing. So I think we have been chosen and are gifted with incredible honor to be part of this new world. And if you're in this room and you even know what I'm talking about, you're part of that crowd. So I think it's pretty amazing.
Okay, guys, how many people here have seen the documentary Live from the Start? Is that not awesome? Well, guys, I have a lot of respect for Chris and Maya. I mean, you guys put a lot of money, a lot of time into this project. Guys, you know, back when we couldn't get past 50 cents. Put a lot of their time and money in. So I'm going to ask everybody here to please show them some respect and give it up for Chris and Maya for Fortune Production.
Woo!
Thank you, Jay. You know, I have the honor of being between you and dancing. I'm ready to dance.
Thanks so much for having us here. We're really honored to be able to make the documentary. A lot of XRP was part of the making of it, unfortunately. But we're really excited to finally see the project is out on iTunes and Amazon and Google Play, and we're finally getting out to a wider audience. But I'm really more excited to talk about our next project. And our next project is, I'm
in the mood to move around a little bit. I just feel I don't like that chair. Okay. So our next project is about ending the Federal Reserve. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to tokenize the national resource of the United States on XRP app. And if that happens, we're all billionaires. So we have a vested interest in doing that. So Money Disrupted is a documentary about what is the Federal Reserve. I want to call out Rob Cunningham there. Give up for Rob. Rob came out to Los Angeles and he actually hooked us up with an interview with the one and only T. Edward Griffin, the author of Creature of Jekyll Island. So if you haven't read that book, it's a must read for learning about the Federal Reserve. So we got that. We got Robert Kawasaki and we got Ron Paul and many people for the project coming up. So that's coming out in November. So people look out for that. And we also are introducing a bill to Congress to try to abolish the Federal Reserve. So let's make it happen. Let's go. Maya?
Yes, let's end the feds.
That's right.
All right, guys, this is going to conclude our panel. We're going to play some music, and that just put us right back on time at 10:30 to come up and start giving away a bunch of free stuff. So thank everyone for coming up. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys. All right.
You know what it is, man. Y'all just seen the panel. We live. Had to give y'all a little sneak peek. I'm gonna walk around and show y'all who's all here, starting with the most amazing, beautiful Brooke. She in here. Shout out to the chat, man. We in here, yo. My boy Devon NRG. The big homie. Yes, sir. You already know. You already know what it's about. You already know what it's about. We got Opti. We got Opti. You know what I'm saying? We got Crypto OG right here. Oh, this is Opti. Hi. My guy. Good. Good, bro. I gotta get you on my show, bro. Yeah, I gotta get you on my show, bro, for sure. Yeah, man. The man himself. Y'all already know. No words need to be said. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know who it is, bro. Who else we got? The man, the myth, the legends. The man, the myth, the legend, my guy, Blockchain Backer. What's on? Good to see you, bro. Y'all don't even know, Blockchain in the house. Somebody was just asking about you. We in here. We in here. Steak and Bake Bully, Team Green. We live, baby. We live, baby. Team Green in the house with me. Team Green in the house with me. Y'all ain't even know. Y'all ain't even know. Tails never fails. You already know. We live, baby. You know what's going down. You know what's going down. Everybody want to drink. Everybody trying to do right. Blockchain Backer. Yes, he's in the house. Yes, sir. Room full of crypto millionaires. Room full of crypto millionaires. Y'all wouldn't even know. What up, man? How you doing, bro? Bullish Bird is in the house, man. Bullish Bird in the house. We live, bro. Yo, shout out to Bullish Bird in the house. Yeah. You know what it is. You know what it is. Good to see you, bro. Got a little outdoor area. Just in case you want to get some breath. A little bit of breathing. Got Melissa out here. What up, Melissa? How you doing?
I'm doing smooth.
I'm live. I just wanted to say,
hey,
everybody, Melissa's here too.
I cannot wait to hear Crypto Tale tonight
Yes, sir.
live.
Hey, I'll be coming on real soon. Y'all better be ready.
Well, we're ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yes, sir. You already know. It's kind of hot out here. I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to go back inside. Yeah. It's 106 outside. I ain't about to be out there, bro. I ain't about to be out there, bro. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all there's food too. You know, got the food set up just in case y'all hungry and stuff to eat. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody knows. But yeah, man. Not to give y'all a little sneak peek of what's going on, man. Still got a lot of stuff to do. What up, bro? Hey. So I'm gonna be performing in an hour at 11 o'clock. I might go back live. I don't think I'm gonna stay live, so I'm gonna come back live in a little bit. I'm gonna mingle and all that, so I'm gonna catch y'all in a little bit, all right?